Okay, good morning, student. How are you? Okay, fine. So, in the last class, I have discussed about the dimensions of physical quantity and its applications. And today, I have discussed about significant figures, accuracy and precision of measurement. Okay, so significant figure. What is called significant figure? Significant figures. Significant figures. So significant means what? Significant means meaningful. Significant means meaningful. So significant figures mainly means that are digits that carry the meaningful contributions to its measurement resolutions. Okay. So meaningful contributions to its measurement resolutions. This is called significant figure. So significant figures, figure of a number are digits that carry meaningful contribution contributions to its measurement resolutions. Significant figures of a number are digits that carry meaningful contributions to its measurement resolutions. So significant means meaningful. These are meaningful contributions to its measurement resolutions. They call significant figure. Now the question is how to calculate the number of significant figures in a number. Okay. So how to calculate the number of significant figures. Now I will discuss that how to calculate the number of significant figures in a given number. So for that you know that there are 10 digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So out of these 10 digits, one is 0 and another, the 9 digits, they are non-zero digits. So there are 10 digits. There are 10 digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So except 0, these are non-zero digits. And this is 0. So what are the rules to calculate the number of significant figures? Now first is that all these non-zero digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, all the non-zero digits are significant. Okay, the first rule is all non-zero digits are significant, are significant. All non-zero digits are significant. Whatever be their positions, all non-zero digits are significant. So for example, suppose this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many significant figures are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 significant figures. 4 significant figures. Here significant figure is 4. 4 significant figures. Okay. Suppose this is written as 1, 2.34. Then also significant figure is 4. Okay. It is written 1.234. Then also the number of significant figure is 4. Okay. So all non-zero digits. If it is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then significant figure 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is the significant figure? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The number of significant figure is 5. Okay. So all non-zero digits. These are non-zero digits. They are significant figures. Okay. This is the first group. And next thing, due to the position of the zero, this zero, due to position of the zero, the number of significant figure changes. So how this number of significant figure affects due to the position of zero? Now I will tell you. So due to position of zero, due to position of zero, due to position of zero, the number of significant figures change. Number of significant figure changes. So position of figure, position of zero, position of zero. This position of zero, what are the position of the zero? Now one is trapped position, another one is the leading zero, and the last one is trailing zero. So position of zero, the position of zero, one is called trapped zero. This is trapped zero, and second one is called leading zero, and the last one is trailing zero. Trailing zero, trapped zero, leading zero, and trailing zero. What is called trapped zero? If this number zero lies between two non-zero digits, then those zeros are called trapped zero. So, for an example, suppose trapped zero, that is 203. This zero is trapped by 2 and 3. Two non-zero digits. So what are the significant figures now? Now significant figure is 1, 2, 3. Here zeros are significant figure. Okay. So if there is trapped zero, so trapped zeros are significant. So what will be the number of significant figure? So number of significant figure is equal to 3. Here, this is trapped zero. Okay. If this is like this, that 2.03, it is 2.03. Then also this zero is trapped between 2 and 3. Then what will be the number of significant figure? The number of significant figure will be 3. If it is 4, 5, 008, then what will be the number of significant figure? These two zeros are again trapped by this non-zero digits. So they are significant. Means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So significant figure is 5. Number of significant figure is 5. Okay, is it clear? Okay. So this is trapped zero. Now leading zero. Leading zero, if a number starts with zero, then those zeros are called leading zero. Suppose 0.005, like this. So you see this non-zero, this number starts from zero. So these zeros are called leading zero. The leading zero, whatever the leading zeros, they are not significant. They are not significant. Then what will be the number of significant figures here? Here only one. Only one. The number of significant figure is one. Here the number of significant figure is one. Number of significant figure is one. Because these zero are leading zero. Okay, is it clear? Then this is the difference between leading zero and trapped zero. Because these zeros are not trapped by two non-zero digits. So here, if they are trapped, then they are countable under significant figure. But here, the zeros are not trapped; they are leading zeros only. So that's why they are not under significant figure. So only the one significant figure is there. You can take another example. Okay, suppose 1.005. So what will be here the number of significant figure? Here you see these zeros are not leading zeros because one is here. One is leading to the number. Okay, so these zeros are not called leading zeros. They are called trapped zeros. So that's why these zeros are significant. So what will be the number of significant figure here? The 1, 2, 3, 4. So number of significant figure is 4. Is it clear? Okay, what is that this trapped zero and what is leading zero? Okay, next come to the trailing zero. Trailing means the zero whose position is at the last of a number, at the end of a number, trailing zero. So at the end of a number, if zeros are there may be two possibilities, with decimal and without decimal. Okay, so trailing zero, if there is a decimal, then count them as significant figure. But if there is no decimal, then don't count them as significant figure. So trailing zero here, if there is a decimal, then count them. Count them as trailing zero. Sorry, significant figure. And here trailing zero may be without decimals. So if there is no decimal, then don't count them as significant figure. Okay. So no decimal. If there is no decimal, if there is no decimal, then don't count them. Then do not count them. Then do not count them as significant figure. For example, here now trailing zero here. What will be the example? Now suppose 0.0040 with decimal. If there is a decimal, here this zero is trailing zero, or these zero are leading zeros. So you know that leading zeros are not significant. So they are not significant. Trailing zero is significant if there is a decimal. Means here what will be the number of significant figure then? 2. So number of significant figure is 2. Here the number of significant figure is 2. Okay, is it clear? Number of significant figure is 2. Now if this number is like this, 1.0040, then what will be the number of significant figure here? These zeros are not leading zero. They are trapped zero now because they are trapped. So they are significant. And this is trailing zero. The trailing zero with decimal means they are significant. then what will be the number of significant here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number of significant figure is 5. Is it clear? Okay. Now, if there is no decimal, then don't count them as significant figure. There is no decimal. Then, for an example, suppose 2300. Here you see, these two zeros are trailing zeros, but without decimal. Without decimal means don't count them as significant figure. Then what will be the number of significant figure? Is only 2. So number of significant figure is 2. Number of significant figure is only 2. But if it is here, the 2, 3.00. Here these zeros are trailing zeros, but with decimal. So count them as significant figure. Then what will be the number of significant figure now? Here 4. It is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Whereas in this case the number of significant figure is 2. Is it clear? I think your concept is clear regarding significant figure. Mainly what you have to remember, that all non-zero digits, they are significant, whatever be their positions, okay, with decimal, without decimal, whatever may be, all non-zero digits are significant. And second thing, only due to the locations of zero, the number of significant figure changes. So what are the locations or positions of zeros? Now first one is what? Trapped zero, second one is leading zero, and third one is trailing zero. Okay. So trapped zero means when zeros are in between two non-zero digits, then those zeros are called trapped zeros, and all trapped zeros are significant. Okay. The leading zeros means if a number starts from 0 with decimal or without decimal, whatever may be, then the leading zeros are what is called? The leading zeros are significant or not significant? They are not significant. They are not significant. The leading zero. Here leading zeros are not significant. Here what will be the number of significant figure? Only 1. Only 1. But here you see the number of significant figure is 4 because these zeros are not leading zeros. And the last one is trailing zero. Trailing zero means zeros whose position is at the end of a number. Okay, with decimal or without decimal. If it is with decimal, then these zeros are significant. If it is without decimal, then these zeros are not significant figures. Okay. So I think it is clear. Now we will discuss the rules for arithmetic operations with significant figures. So rules for arithmetic operations. Rules for arithmetic operation. Rules for arithmetic operation. Rule for arithmetic operations. Rule for arithmetic operations with significant figure. With significant figure. With significant figures. So arithmetic operation means multiplication or division and addition or subtraction. So if it is done with physical quantity, measurement of physical quantity, then what are the rules that you have to write at the end, the final result? What you have to write? Now first, for multiplications or divisions, you will see that the final result, it should retain the least significant figure of the original number. So what is the first rule in multiplication and division? In multiplication or division. In multiplication or division, what is the rule? The final result the final result should retain the least significant figures, should retain the least significant figures of the original number, of the original numbers. Multiplication, or in case of multiplications and divisions, what we will see that the final result, what will be the final result? Suppose x, value of x is given and value of y is given, and it is asked that calculate x into y or x divided by y. Then in that case you have to see the final result first. So what will be the final result? The final result should retain the least significant figures of the original number. Okay, so for example, suppose here this is a rectangle whose length is 3.2 centimeter. The length 3.24 centimeter. Okay, and breadth is 2.1 centimeter. Suppose this is given. Okay, so how many significant figures are here? 3. Here how many significant figure? 2. So least significant figure which one? This one, breadth 2.1, significant figure is 2. Means if it is asked that calculate the area of this rectangle, then what will be the final result? That we have to see. So for calculating area, you can write length into breadth. This is 3.24 centimeter into 2.1 centimeter. Means if you multiply this 3.24 into 2.1, so 3.24 and 2.1 multiply, so 4, 2, 3, and then 8, 2 to the 4, 3 to 6. 10, 0, 1, 5 and 3, 8, 6. 1, 2, 3. 6.804. So 6.804 centimeter square. Okay. Then what will be the final result? This is not the final result. The final result should retain the least significant figures of the original number. So these two are original numbers. So in two original numbers, which one had least significant figure? This one. Number of significant figure is 2. So here also the number of significant figure will be 2. So 2 means this is 6.8. So this is 2 significant figure, 6.8. Okay. So what will be the final result? The final result will be 6.8 centimeter square. Is it okay? Okay. Now this is multiplication. Suppose for division, if mass is given, and volume is given. Suppose mass of an object, it is given, that is 2.3 gram, and volume of the object is given, volume of the object is 2.12 centimeter cube. Volume is given. Density is asked. So density is asked. Okay. So what is the formula for density? You know, density is equal to mass per volume. So density is equal to mass per volume. So means mass, this is 2.3 gram, and volume, this is 2.12 centimeter cube. Okay. Now if you divide this, then you will get 1.0844 like that, gram per centimeter cube. Like that you get if you divide. Now the question is, what will be the final result? Final result is, you see, here the least significant, which one has least significant figure? This one. Out of mass and volume, this least significant figure is 2. and here the significant figure is 3. So significant figure is 2 that you have to write. So means 1.0. You have to write 1.0. This 2 is two significant figure. Okay. But as it is 8, more than 5 means 5 or more than 5. It is 5 or more than 5. You can add 1 with the previous digit. Okay. So previous digit is 0. So that's why you can add 1. So means 1.1 will be the final digit. So this is the final answer is 1.1 gram per centimeter cube. Is it clear? How to apply the significant figures for arithmetic operation, means for multiplication and division. Okay, so for multiplication and division, mainly you have to see the least significant figure of the original number, and accordingly you have to proceed, you have to write for the final result. Okay, now for addition and subtraction. For addition and subtraction. So for addition and subtraction, in addition or subtraction, the final result should retain as many decimal places as are there in the original number. In the original numbers with the least decimal places, with the least decimal places. Yeah, least decimal places. With the least decimal places that we have to see. Okay, the least decimal places for addition and subtraction. For multiplication and division, it was this significant figure. But for addition and subtraction, what you have to see? The least decimal places. Okay. So least decimal places means suppose the value of x is given. The x is 2.34. Y is given. Value of y is given that 1.1. And value of z is given, that is 1.005. Suppose it is given. Okay, and it is asked that find x plus y plus z. Find x plus y plus z. So how to calculate x plus y plus z? So x is 2.34 plus y is 1.1 plus z is 1.005. So add them, what we get? So 5 and then 4, then 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. So 4.445 that you got. So this is 4.445. 4.445. So what will be the final result? The final result depends on the least decimal places in original number. So these are the original numbers. What are the least decimal places? Here you see the decimal places, mean after decimal, how many digits? Only 1 digit. Here after decimal 2 digits. Here after decimal 3 digits. So least decimal places is only this one, means after decimal only 1 digit. So that's why here the answer will be after decimal 1 digit. So 4.4 only. 4.4. So this is equal to 4.4. Is it clear? But if it is 4.455, then you can add 1 with this digit, previous digit. Because if it is more 5 or more than 5, then you can add 1 with the previous digit. Okay. Is it clear? Similarly, for subtraction also, you can apply the same thing, the least decimal places. That you have to see. Okay. Is it clear? Okay. So next step, I discuss about accuracy and precision. Accuracy and precision. Accuracy and precision. Accuracy and precision. You see these two terms, accuracy and precision, both the terms mainly related with the measurement of a physical quantity. If a physical quantity is measured, then you have to see that first you have to see about its accuracy, means whatever the measured value you got, but how close this measured value is to the true value. That is accuracy. Okay, means accuracy is mainly the degree of closeness to measured value with the true value. Okay, the accuracy. And precision is that up to what limit a physical quantity is measured. Mainly precision depends on the measuring device or measuring instrument. So accuracy, this is accuracy, means what accuracy, what I put, what is called accuracy. Now accuracy mainly it refers to how close a measured value. It refers to how close a measured value, to the true value, how close a measured value is to the true value. How close is measured value is to the true value. It is the degree of closeness. It is the degree of closeness. It is the degree of closeness. Okay, this is accuracy. For an example, just after the discussion of precision, I will tell you that what is accuracy and what is precision, what is the main basic difference between them. And precision refers that up to what limit a physical quantity is measured. Precision means it refers to up to what limit a physical quantity is measured. Up to what limit a physical quantity is measured. That is precision. Okay. So now accuracy, and if I give you an examples, then it will be clear to you that what is accuracy and what is precision. Suppose true value of this is a rod. Okay, this is a rod whose length is 10 centimeter. This is the true value. This is true value. The length of the rod is 10 centimeter. This is true value. Okay, and it is measured by two students. Okay, the first student measured, he got the value that 9.91 centimeter. 9.91 centimeter. Okay, the second student, while he measured, he got 9.867 centimeter. 867 centimeter. So now you tell me that out of these two readings, which one is very close to the true value? Which one is very close to the true value? Tell me. True value is 10. One student got 9.91, another student got 9.867. So this value is very close to the true value. So that's why this is more accurate. More accurate than this. So this is more accurate. More accurate. And this is less accurate. This is less accurate. More accurate and this one is less accurate. But precision, how precision is defined? That up to what limit a physical quantity is measured. That is precision. Okay. So here you see, and it also depends on the device I told you. So first student measured up to 2 digits after decimal. Okay. Whereas the second student measured up to 3 digits accurately. Okay. After decimal. So up to what limit a physical quantity is measured. So here you see after decimal the 3 digits are measured. So this is more precise than this value. Okay. So this is more precise. More precise. And this is less precise. This is less precise. Is it clear? So what is the basic difference between accuracy and measurement? Is it clear to you? Okay. So accuracy means closeness of the measured value with true value. That is accuracy. And precision means what is precision? Up to what limit a physical quantity is measured. Means after decimal, if a student measured 1 digit, if another student measured after decimal 2 digit, another student measured after decimal 3 digit, means the third student is more precise. Okay, because he measured the 3 digits after decimal. Okay, so this is the basic difference between accuracy and precision. I think it is clear to you all. Okay, thank you.